Hi, my name is Emily, and this is the Delight Knits podcast. I believe this is episode 37. Today is Sunday, August 27th of 2023, and I'm here to talk about all that I've knit on in the last, I think it's been 2 weeks. It's been a long 2 weeks. I have one finished object and 2 works in progress. That's about it. It's been a lot of sweater knitting for me here lately, so it's, a lot of knitting, but not a lot of variety, which is fine. It's what I enjoy knitting, and so that's what you get to see. My first, we'll just jump in, I guess. Everything that I talk about will be linked and names written out in the description box underneath the video. So if you have any questions, you can look there. But I have finished the Ally sweater light. So this I test knit. The test knit's due on the September 2nd. I finished this not too long after. Sorry, I hear my daughter whining. I finished this not too long after podcasting last time. I think I was down here in the body. I'd finished both sleeves, but now it is done. You can see the little contrast thing. It is a split hem. I have blocked it and interwoven in. I need to snip them a little bit more. So there are the sleeves. You can see where I've blocked it flat, which is fine. Sleeves are a little bit long, but I like that. And then the cuffs come in quite a bit, which is great. It's a deep raglan. I knit the size 2. The yarn are colorways that I dyed myself. I used one skein for the pink variegated, and I think the dye I used was Valentine Blush for that. So that you can see the variegation in the cuff. I love the different colored cuff and then the different color bind off, which is similar, just swapped colors on the bottom hemming. The only thing is with my watch, so I wear an Apple Watch and it's all caught up underneath there, and you can kind of tell it's bulky, but that's just wearing a watch. But I love this. And then the blue is obviously not a true total. Just semi-solid, I guess is what some of the dyers call it. Yeah, you could tell there was one skein that was a lot lighter, or there were lots of parts that were lighter in it. But I used, I think, steel blue and then a couple of other colors. But yeah, I love this sweater. It's got the folded over neckband here at the top. You can see all my floats there. Yeah, I love this sweater. I'm ready for it to not be 100 degrees outside for me to wear it. Maybe I'll try and take pictures today. We'll see. Maybe I'll brave the heat for it. Put on some nicer shorts than the athletic shorts I have on and brave the heat and go take pictures in it. But I love this sweater. So I also have I think she's releasing it on the 2nd. This is by Sarah Opie of S Knits on Instagram. Hopefully that's everything you need to know about it. It is color work. I did not catch any of my floats, and they're 7 rows long at the widest end here. And it's fine. I do have to be careful not to catch it with my fingers here coming in and then just taking it on and off if I were to have a necklace on or something. I don't currently. But that's just having to do it with your sweater, with any sweater really. I think I'm a little scatterbrained. Sorry. But next project is the one I've been working on for a while now and has gone on the back burner a couple times. This is my Guardy Cardi by Anna of the Bluebird Box. And so last time I hadn't done much progress on it because I was trying to get this test knit done. This has been on the needles for a while, and it really it flew, and then I got the test knit and then a sample knit, and so it's kind of been put on the back burner. But so it's almost done. I was right here on one sleeve, so I finished the sleeve. The yarn is Ruby and Rose's yarns. This is mainly that 2022 Advent, and then this is Ink Blot. And so it's fingering weight held together, 2 strands, and it's kind of marled throughout. I talk about it, I think, on the last podcast, or the podcast before that, about how I distributed it to get everything to line up. And I'm hoping this garter it should block out to like be even. But I want a second one of these, I've already decided. But I was right here on sleeve 1. I was similar on sleeve 2. There it is. Right there, and that's finished. And I am literally on the hemming. And so I have one more back and forth, and then a tubular, it's an Italian sewn bind off. I assume that's tubular. I mean, I'm not testing it, so that's what we're gonna do. And I've got, so down and back, and then a tubular bind off, and then I'm done with that. And then I do have, it does have a collar that goes all the way around and down that I need to knit, and it's actually knit separately and then sewn on. I may try and think about that a little differently and knit it onto, kind of like if you look at the Jelly Roll blanket, how like when you're going up you attach it as you go. I think I might look into that and try it for this, because I just, sewing one on afterwards doesn't appeal to me. But yeah, that's my plan. I am so ready for this to be done. My goal is to have it done for DFW Fiber Fest, because I do have a class with Leslie and Robinson that I've talked about it before, and those classrooms last year I remember were cold, and so I want to take this. So yeah, I want to at least get it blocked, and I can wear it without the dang collar. You could see where it's got like the V-neck to come in. I love the shaping, I love the fit. I don't really want to, the sleeves are tighter, so I think I knit the second size, and so the sleeves are a tighter fit. I'm sure they'll loosen up after I block it, but I think I want to knit another one. I'll go a size up or 2 to have like an extra cozy big cardigan, one that I can really just like leave at work, and when I get cold there I can throw it on. So that is this sweater. I will finish the hem hopefully today. We'll see, I've got lots of cleaning I have to do, but I will finish the hem and maybe come in and weave in all the ends that I have like hanging out. I did knit over most of my ends, but there are a few, like it was on the wrong side for me to do it, to knit over them when they came through, or like at the start of the sleeve, like I gotta close up this hole. That always happens because that stitch loosens up. I think I'm gonna do that and block it before DFW, so I can at least have it to wear like this. And I mean, it's finished to some extent, but maybe I can get it done. We'll see. DFW is September, DFW Fiber Fest is September 15th, 16th, and 17th. So that's still a couple weeks away. Oh my gosh. And I'm holding that in my, not that bags really matter, my Arkansas Yarn Crawl bag from this year that I got on the Yarn Crawl. My next and last whip is a sample knit for Addie of Ruby and Rose's yarn. I am knitting her husband's Rhinebeck sweater, which is the Cricket striped crew neck pullover, and it's by Brooklyn Tweed. Don't know who the actual like designer is, because I mean, Brooklyn Tweed's a company. don't know if it says it on here. It may say it on Ravelry. Oh, Julie Hoover, that's who it is. So the actual designer's Julie Hoover, and she designed it for Brooklyn Tweed. So, this is knit on super small needles. So I'm knitting the first size. And the ribbing needles are a 2.25, which is what people use for socks. And then the regular needle is a 3.25 millimeter. So it's a US 1 and a US 3. So that's it's a lot of knitting. Addie has joked on her Instagram. If you follow me and follow her, we've kind of tagged back and forth. She is knitting her sweater, Rhinebeck sweater, in like worsted weight yarn, and she's joked that I will probably finish before her, which is quite possible. But I'm knitting these in the contrast, so like the bottom hemming and stuff, and it'll be on the sleeves, is in Typewriter, and these are in her Plump Rose base. Let's see if it'll focus. Sorry. Yeah. In her Typewriter, and then the main color is Letter Writer. I love these pops of green and Letter Writer, like down here. Love it. So that's those, and I have, let's see where we're at. Here we go. And it's on some small needles, so you may not get to see like the width of it and stuff, but because I hate like scrunching them up while I'm knitting. I have done a lot of progress. So per pattern, it's knit in pieces. You knit the front, the back, the sleeves flat, and then you come back and pick up the collar, and that is the only thing knit in the round. But I verified with Addie if she was okay if I hacked it to knit in the ground for the sleeves and the body up to the sleeve split. And she was fine with it. I mean, it's a month and a half to finish a fingering weight sweater on a US 3. That has helped a lot. And so it's like over almost 350 stitches on a US 1 needle size for this ribbing. It was insane. It was a lot, but I did it. And so it does have this striping there at the bottom. I am alternating skeins, and I did cut the yarn at the beginning of round when I switched. You can see I did weave in my ends. I did some knitting over the ends, and then I came back and wove them in. There was one day my hands were just hurting from knitting a lot, and I still wanted to be productive in the car, so I did that. But yeah, I was using this to mark how much I was knitting every day, and this has been my main focus for the last week to week and a half. And then I've picked up the cuffs and stuff in the ink blot for my Gardy Cardi, because I'm ahead of where I think I need to be for this. I need to mail this off by October 1st, so I still have a full month left, which is great. So yeah, I'm almost done with the body. I have to get to 15 inches. I think I'm at like 12. I've done all of the chest increases, which is what those 3 are. Yeah, I have a colorway, or one skein of this colorway for myself. I think my son might like it as a sweater. My daughter's been begging for a sweater, and so I need to get her one knit up, maybe for Christmas. I was thinking for her birthday, but that's next week. That ain't happening. And it's too hot. So yeah, this will be my main focus this week. During work, it's great for work, like driving to work, where I'm passenger princess and my husband drives. He drives 99.9% of the time. It's great. I love it. Yeah, and it's at a point where I can knit and read as well, which is perfect. And so is the ribbing over there, which has been great in the evenings. So you can kind of see I do the easy alternator when alternating skeins, and you can kind of see it, but you can't on this sweater. I don't know if you can really. Maybe a little bit. It's a tighter stitch. It's almost like a seam, which is fine. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, you can tell right there when I'm holding it out that that stitch is tighter than the rest. So I need to watch my tension, and I've been doing better about watching that on this sweater. This one's for me, this one's not, so I'm trying better with that. But it also gives it a little more structure, I think. Like a lot of people say that when you do knit flat and seam pieces, it gives them more structure. And so this will actually, I think, do somewhat of a similar thing. I can't talk today. I've also seen some people do a purl seam, where like you've got 100 stitches on the front, 100 stitches on the back, and then you've got a stitch on each side that's a purl that keeps it on the side. I think I've knit one sweater like that. Maybe. But yeah, I haven't had any acquisitions. I have purchased some yarn from ZZ Textiles. Rachel had her 3-year birthday sale, and I've had some gift cards from a couple of sample knits I've done for her, and I use those up. And so I've got 2 sweater quantities of yarn coming when those are ready. So I need to knit through what I've got. Yeah, I've got a lot of yarn. I'm sure we must do, but I've got lots of sweater plans that I want to get done and just not enough time to knit, which is all of our problems. So I think that's really it. It's another short one, but that's what happens when you've only got 3 sweaters that you've worked on, and I don't have a multiple amount. Ooh, excuse me. I don't have a whole bunch of whips going on. So I'm hoping to have that finished. I'm hoping to get this Cricut sweater split for sleeves. So it's bottom up, so you knit it up to like wherever it splits, and then you knit the front, and then you go back and knit the back, and then it would have been seamed, but I may try and do a 3 needle bind off. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and do a 3 needle bind off because it's somewhat similar. I don't think Addie will care all that much. And then I will start the sleeves, and the sleeves are knit bottom up as well. And there's lots of shaping in those sleeves, so we will see how that goes and how I plan to do that. It'll be interesting. I love all the math of everything, as you've heard me say before. So, yep. Cricut Letter Writer by Ruby and Roses. I know she's got that on, I think it's in stock. And then this is typewriter. So these are typewriter and then ink blot. Let's see if I can get a sleeve out so you can compare these two. These are both great like additions to a sweater like this for cuffs, or like socks or something. They are great. They are definitely a tonal. You've got some little blips like where it didn't seep through, which is gonna happen with any hand-dyed yarn. It's not 100% even. You're gonna get variations like any other, just fine. This one's, because this one's darker, you see a little bit more. This one you don't. But both of those are great like neutrals that you can have with any other yarn. So I'm hoping to have quite a bit left of the ink blot. That's for my other sweater, to do for my second one. But yeah, that's about it. I'm just yammering on now. So I hope everybody has had a great 2 weeks, and I will speak with you again. Next week is my daughter's birthday. She will be 4. Oh my gosh. And we're having her birthday party. Family's coming in. We're just gonna have a good old time with her and celebrating her. She has been talking about it non-stop, and she's excited. And last weekend we painted her room purple because she wants everything dark purple. She wants her cake dark purple. Which is a whole ordeal if you're a cake eater and you eat dark purple cake with our dark purple icing. It's like stains everything. So her little personal cake that she can put candles on. Oh, I need to buy candles. Thanks for the reminder. Is purple, but then we bought like a cupcake thing where it looks like a cake, but it's cupcakes. You can tear out where the icing's all one. That's white with just a little bit of decoration for all the other kids, which I'm sure parents will be thankful for. So I'm gonna go get to cleaning my house for the party next weekend because it's been neglected for a little bit, and take some pictures of this sweater while it's shady out probably. And I will talk to you in a couple of weeks. So adios. See you later. Bye.